morning, coming to you from Kandy bus station. This morning we are on our way to SIGIRIYA, which is about 3 hours away from here. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if it's not rushing, hectic, and crazy, it's not a travel day for us. We thought that we paid for our stay, but the guy when we got here, he's like, we need you guys to pay. So we're like rushing, trying to get cash and whatever. Anyways, everything's settled. Now we're waiting for our bus, and we can't wait to get there because it's a really beautiful place.
Yeah. Also, we got here an hour early because I thought that they told us yesterday that I was gonna leave at 6:30, and we got here at 6, but the bus leaves at 7:30. I don't know if I'm the one that misunderstood the information or what, but we're here an hour early, so we're well in time, I guess.
Early bird gets the worm, so.
Before we came to Sri Lanka, we were doing some research whether it's safe or not to rent scooters, and people were on the fence about it. Like, we didn't rent any in Kandy because we didn't think it was safe, but people mentioned that the biggest threat is the buses. And let me just say, they were 100% right. Even when you're walking or in a tuk-tuk or anything like that, these guys will go onto oncoming traffic and plow through anything and anyone to get to their destination.
So yesterday when we were walking around, we went to a farmer's market and we got some snacks for our bus ride today. This is like a dessert. It's like a honey ball fried dough thing. I'm not really sure what to call it, but it was really good when we tried it because the guy let us sample things before we bought them. And we also bought some like deep fried, kind of like nuts and chips. This is what this one looks like. It kind of just tastes like a potato chip. And we also got this one. It's the same thing. I don't really want to open the bag right now, but it also tastes like that. And they're pretty good. Our
bus arrived. This red one right here is the one we're going to be getting on. And it's going to SIGIRIYA, which is our destination for a couple days. So we made it on the bus, and just like Zay was saying earlier, the early bird gets the worm because we are the only people on the bus.
For now.
Yeah, for now. And it's quite a big bus, and we have all our bags packed here, and you saw our big luggage in the front there by the driver. And yeah, it's completely empty right now. As you can see, it's like a 3-row by 2-row, pretty big bus. And I'm sure there will be lots of savage driving on this one. So we'll see what we can get in terms of footage for you guys, but we're gonna have to wait because we still have about 50 to 40 minutes to wait.
Made it to our Sigiri Tarushan homestay, it's called. If anybody's interested in staying here while visiting Sri Lanka, we're gonna link it in the description below. We got this place on Airbnb for only $25 a night. Insane, right? Let's take a tour of this place. Walking in here smells so fresh and so nice. And this is how the room looks so far. There's like a mosquito net right there, some beautiful towels laid out in a swan form, and obviously just the basic necessities, as well as a bathroom. Look at how clean this bathroom is. Sparkling. Fun fact, we're the first ones to stay here in a while.
Yeah, the owner said that it's been a long time, I think, since Corona started, that nobody stayed here, so we're the first people to stay since that time.
Yeah, and we are staying upstairs in the balcony, so it's like a private room with a private bathroom. And when you make your way down, it's to their patio area and garden, and there's just plants everywhere. And the best thing about this area is that it's very naturey. We saw like a monkey sitting on a bench on our way here. We saw an elephant, 2 cows, and a peacock. Just to our homestay. I can't wait to see more.
So we're all settled into our home finally, and we're gonna start exploring right away. We have 2 main rocks that we're gonna be checking out today. One of them is called Lion's Rock, and the other one, I'm just gonna put the name right here somewhere on the screen because I don't even know how to pronounce it. It starts with a P, that's all I know. And we're gonna be climbing that one, and we're gonna be checking out Lion's Rock because Lion's Rock is actually pretty expensive for both of us to go onto. I think it would be around $60 or something like that for 2 people. And we're just gonna skip going on top of that one and check out the view from the other rock because it's supposed to be really amazing. Also, The bus ride from Kandy to Sigiriya was absolutely savage. It was one of the most aggressive bus rides we've ever been on. The driver just goes crazy. The bus never even stops almost. It slows down when people hop on and hop off, and that's it. And it always goes on to oncoming traffic, and there's a very loud, what sounds like a train horn on this bus, and it keeps beeping it the whole time. But it was still a fun experience going on the bus, and let's go explore.
Also, it was only $1.20 each for the bus ride, which is so inexpensive for like a 3-hour bus.
Yeah, it took about 3 hours, and that's just crazy cheap to be able to, you know, $1.20 for 3 hours.
Let's go. We made it to the rock. You can see it right behind me. We're about to climb all the way to the top and get a beautiful view of Lion Rock.
And there she is. We're about to be on top of that in about 45 minutes, hopefully, maybe 50.
There's a secret temple that you have to walk through at the entrance to get to the start of the hike, and that's also where you paid for the hike. And like we said in our previous videos, when you're visiting temples, you can't have your arms and your legs showing. So I had to change into leggings, and I brought an extra sweater because all I'm wearing is a sports bra under here. But once you're past the area of the temple and you start your hike, you can take everything off and change. We're about 5 minutes into this hike, and this is harder than any Stairmaster I've ever done. Not an easy hike, but gonna be so worth it.
The steps are massive. I don't know if they're showing through on camera, but some are small, some are like, well, you saw Zay climbing up that one there. They're pretty steep. And some of them are small, but it is beautiful.
The hike up towards the Buddha is pretty simple, like it's paved out for you with the rocks. But once you're past the Buddha, it's like, if you can see behind me, like it's pretty challenging. There's massive rocks you have to try to go up. There's no like paved like steps. So I'm struggling a little bit right now, but Attila's a monkey, forest monkey, so he's not having any issues.
The hike is challenging. There's no doubt about it. But this dog somehow made it up here on top. After a lot of sweating, we finally made it on top of the unpronounceable rock's name. And needless to say, we don't even have to say it. You saw how beautiful the views are from up here. It's absolutely gorgeous. You can see this massive rock right behind us, and then you can see Lion's Rock, which has a much more easily pronounceable name right behind us. And the view is stunning. 360. You can walk around the top of this rock, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
It was 1,000 rupees each to get up here, which is like $6, and it's $24 less than going up to the Lion Rock. And this rock is honestly just as nice, just as beautiful, and it's so sunny outside right now. Our Airbnb host told us the best time to come up here is during sunrise. We can't because it's supposed to rain the next couple days, so we took advantage of today, but I feel like it would be absolutely stunning at sunrise.
Here is one last look at the view before we start hiking down. And once we're down there, we're gonna make our way to a nearby town. It's called Dumbala or something like that. And we're gonna be exploring another temple there that's built inside the cave. So as you can see by my face, I'm sweating, and we just made it back to our trusty little moped over here, and we're about to start heading towards Dumbala. and we'll check out that awesome temple that we're talking about earlier.
We made it to the cave temple. Attila had to put on some sweatpants and I put my sweater back on, and we're gonna go buy our tickets to go inside right now.
It was an absolute struggle, by the way, guys, to make it here. It took us a long time, a lot of wrong turns, and we went down a lot of dirt roads, and we actually were looking for a gas station to fill up. Our data ran out from our phone, so we had to fill that up, and all this took a long time, so we're trying to get in there as soon as possible so we can film everything and see everything, and you know, before it gets dark we're gonna head home because we were still like 30 minutes away from home right now. Zay's paying up right now.
Thank you.
2,000 each, so 4,000 for the both of us.
Which is like $25.
Yeah,
combined.
it's about $25. So I think it'll be worth it. It's super cool. This temple is inside the cave, or embedded in the mountain, and there's caves. So
guys, my legs are so sore from climbing the rock that I thought there would be no stairs here, and there's a ton of stairs, and we just came up a bunch of stairs. So let's see if we can make it up there.
oh my goodness. Actually, when we came back down from the mountain, both of our legs were basically shaking for a while. And it's no joke.
It's a workout.
It really is a workout. But we're heading up right now and we'll see how it looks. Based on some pictures that we've seen, it's gonna be incredible. It looks like it's time for some rest because we just came up from there and you can't see the rest, but we came up a long way. And it seems like we still have a long way to go up there, so.
My legs are about to buckle, like I literally, oh, I'm so out of shape.
Gotta say, these hikes are worth it. The views are always incredible, and it's no different this time. It looks beautiful. But now we keep going up to the stairways, up to heaven. The higher we go up the stairs, the more beautiful and gorgeous this view becomes. Also, before we came to Sri Lanka, I didn't know much about Sri Lanka. I did not know there's so many monkeys here at all. But they're all over everywhere. As you may or may not be able to tell by the sweat dripping from my face, we finally made it to the cave temple, and it's just behind Zay over there. So we're gonna go ahead and check it out. And once again, there's tons of monkeys all around, everywhere. You can see there's a family of monkeys I just filmed right there. There's a baby in the middle of those two monkeys. Super cute, and the views are incredible. Once again, I gotta stop saying it, but how can you? It's time to lose our shoes and enter the caves.
How they built this temple right into the cave. When we walked in, the guide told us that the first temple is the only temple that was carved to fit the Buddha. Everything else is the original cave itself, and they built around it. You can see right here the wall where it's joining the cave. And they also have electric wires up against the fence, or sorry, a fence of electric wires to keep monkeys from getting onto this side. But we saw one monkey anyways, it's not really stopping them. When we walked into the cave area where all the temples are, a tour guide started guiding us around. And then I saw other people not having a tour guide. So I asked the guy, is this included in our ticket price? And he's like, no, it's a separate fee. And then I said, well, why didn't you tell me that at first before you started guiding us? And he's like, oh, it's gonna be 1,500 rupees more. And I was, after the first temple, there's 5, after the first temple, I was like, okay, well, we don't want the tour, thank you anyways. So watch out for that. They really try to like sucker you into getting toured without telling you that it's going to cost you till the end.
Yeah, and this is, I think, not the first time this happened to us. This probably happened to us 10 times already, where someone's asking us, do you want me to come show you the temple and walk you around and tell you about it? And they don't say it's going to cost anything. They're just going to start walking with you, and they don't say any price at all. They would only tell you the price at the very end when they're done. So it makes it seem like they're going to guide you through for free, or they seem super friendly, but it's really not the case. So it's basically 2 days after we hiked up the Pirugurana rock, or however you pronounce it. Pirurangala rock. And this, like yesterday it was raining, so we just chilled inside. And today it was actually supposed to be raining, but it ended up being a super beautiful sunny day. And we decided to go out and fly our drone from, you know, another vantage point that was closer to Lion's Rock, because we wanted to get footage of it, just like you guys saw in the vlog. And when I was circling the rock, the drone lost connection. And basically this has happened many times in the past, where the drone would lose connection and it would basically start coming back to where I am at and reconnect. But this time it didn't do that. Me and Zay started going towards it to try and reconnect, and we ran and we went towards it for like a while, and we never ended up finding it. After that, we ended up seeing a lot of cops on the road stopping every vehicle, and we're just freaking out that, you know, we were about to get into trouble. And we had the drone controller in the backpack, and what had happened is we went home to drop it off, and we had the location of the drone on a map, like where it stopped, like, you know, where it disconnected, and it was on the side of a mountain close to Lion's Rock. And we literally hiked up a mountain, on a side of a mountain in the jungle. A professional hiker, she is exercising her skills. She's sweating. We climbed up the whole mountain because we're looking for our lost drone. Somewhere around here in the woods, most likely, but at least it's a good exercise for hiking for Zay. Situation update. I climbed up that rock, and there's people there. I can't really go any further to find the drone. And now we'll have to go down here. It's very steep. It doesn't show on camera, but it's steep. Not all of it, but most of it. Not knowing that we're gonna go through all this, I was wearing white pants, and we fell because it was super steep. Like, it was literally a very steep climb. We fell multiple times. My legs have a rash. Zay is looking all rough. We are all sweaty. Her butt is very muddy because she had to like go down the mountain.
I feel like I was on Survivor.
And yeah, my arms are rashy, and both arms are like that, and my butt is also looking all muddy. Now the walk of shame back home. And I think I got poison ivy and 10 other things because my skin is so itchy, and we never ended up finding the drone. So future vlogs will not have any drone footage in them, unfortunately.
As of right now, we might buy another one, but right now we're struggling.
This drone was like $2,000 as well, so it's a big loss, and it's very sad. But what can we do, eh? We can't do really anything about it at this point, so we're just gonna go drink a beer and cry.